Some school districts have turned to using debt collectors to recover money from families who don't pay fees that are paid for lunches, books, and participation in extracurricular activities.
Now, the Fargo and West Fargo school districts use debt collectors and carry a balance of less than $1,000 each in uncollectible fees. However, Moorhead School District doesn't use a debt collector and has almost $50,000 on the books.
An exclusive report tonight from investigative reporter Ashley Bishop looking into why Moorhead can't seem to collect the money it's owed.
Many school districts are struggling to make ends meet. We wanted to know how much in uncollected debt some students are racking up for the district. We looked at the 2014-2015 school year for Fargo, West Fargo, and Moorhead. Fargo parents during that time owed $882.40 to the school district. In West Fargo, the district had $397 go uncollected. But we found out that Moorhead is quite different. The money owed in that district tips the scales at over $51,000. The money that Moorhead has not been able to recover is spread across three different categories: $12,987 in lunch fees, $30,120 in participation fees, and $7,704 in book fees. The school district also does not use a debt collector, whereas Fargo and West Fargo do.
We just feel like the expense of a debt collector might not be in our best interest when we can handle it.
But what happened to the days of if you don't pay, you can't play? That is how things are done in Fargo and West Fargo. Moorhead Assistant Superintendent of Finance and Operations, Brandon Lunak, says the district sees it differently.
We won't turn any kid away from an opportunity to play or to participate in an activity. We feel like that would be counterproductive.
Counterproductive may be, but it's still thousands of dollars in bad debt paid by the taxpayers. Nearly $30,000 in participation fees go unpaid. That scholarship and other financial programs are subtracted out of.
But there's still nearly $20,000 in uncollected lunches and books. Don't you think the district should look at a way of trying to recover that money by using it?
Again, we feel that working with those families and trying to recoup that is the best way from a relationship standpoint to handle that. So and we do our best, but you know, some are going to go uncollected. That's just the way it is.
And so the district, the taxpayers just end up paying for that, correct?
You can interpret it as that, yes.
Viewers that are watching this tonight are going to be thinking, especially if they live in Moorhead, there's an upcoming bond referendum vote coming. And the district wants millions of dollars and wants me to say yes and give them millions of dollars. How are they able to handle that money if they can't recoup the loss of nearly $20,000 in lunch and book fees?
Well, I think it's important to understand that these fees that we're talking about here, we continue to work. That's why we're getting these, that's why you see these numbers are still on the books. We continue to try to work with these families.
I then asked, should a debt collector be considered so the district doesn't have a high amount of debt?
Well, maybe we'll look at our philosophies in terms of debt collecting.
Okay.
But right now, this is the policies that we have in place.
In Moorhead, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
And Moorhead says they do work with parents to get them to pay by sending home letters and making phone calls.